When I first met my boyfriend online, I had no idea he was transgender. He was funny, smart, kind, and handsome. We had a lot in common, from our love of books and movies to our passion for social justice. We clicked right away, and soon we were texting and calling each other every day. He told me he was transgender after a few weeks of talking. He said he wanted to be honest with me before we met in person. He explained that he was born female, but always felt like a boy inside. He said he had started taking testosterone a few months ago, and planned to have surgery in the future. He said he understood if I didn't want to date him anymore, but he hoped I would give him a chance. I was surprised, but not shocked. I had heard about transgender people before, but I had never met one. I didn't know much about what it meant to be transgender, or what it involved. But I knew one thing: I liked him a lot. And I wanted to get to know him better. I told him that his gender identity didn't change how I felt about him. I told him that I was attracted to him as a man, and that I respected his decision to transition. I told him that I wanted to meet him in person, and see where our relationship would go. We decided to meet in a nearby city for a weekend. We were both nervous, but excited. When I saw him at the airport, I hugged him and kissed him. He was even more handsome than his pictures. He smiled and held my hand. We had a wonderful time together, exploring the city, watching movies, and cuddling in bed. We felt a strong connection, both physically and emotionally. We decided to start a long-distance relationship, and visit each other as often as we could. That was 2 years ago. Since then, our relationship has grown stronger every day. We have supported each other through many ups and downs, including his transition. It has not been easy, but it has been worth it. Here are some of the things I learned along the way. How I supported him during his transition. Transitioning is a process of changing one's appearance and identity to match one's gender identity. It can involve taking hormones, having surgery, changing one's name and pronouns, updating one's legal documents, and coming out to family, friends, and coworkers. It can also involve dealing with discrimination, harassment, violence, rejection, and isolation. Transitioning is different for every transgender person. Some may choose to transition fully, while others may only transition partially or not at all. Some may transition quickly, while others may take their time or pause their transition for various reasons. Some may be happy and confident about their transition, while others may struggle with doubt and fear. As a partner of a transgender person, it is important to support them during their transition. Here are some of the ways I supported my boyfriend during his transition. I learned more about transgender issues and resources. I read books, articles, blogs, and forums about transgender people's experiences and challenges. I watched documentaries, movies, and videos featuring transgender people and their stories. I followed transgender activists, celebrities, and influencers on social media. I also looked for local and online groups and organizations that offered support and information for transgender people and their partners. I learned about the medical, legal, and social aspects of transitioning, and the options and risks involved. I learned about the terminology and etiquette of transgender issues, and the diversity and complexity of transgender identities. I learned about the history and culture of the transgender community, and the current issues and struggles they face. I learned as much as I could, so I could understand my boyfriend better, and be a better ally to him and his community. I helped him with his medical, legal, and social transition. I accompanied him to his doctor's appointments, where he got his hormone injections and prescriptions. I helped him research and choose a surgeon for his top surgery, chest reconstruction, and took care of him after his operation. I helped him fill out the forms and gather the documents to change his name and gender marker on his ID cards, passport, birth certificate, and other records. I helped him shop for new clothes, shoes, accessories, and grooming products that suited his style and comfort. I helped him come out to his family, friends, and co-workers, by being there for him when he told them, or by writing letters or emails on his behalf. I helped him deal with the reactions of others, whether they were positive or negative, by listening to him, comforting him, defending him, or confronting them. I dealt with my own emotions and fears. Transitioning is not only hard for the transgender person, but also for their partner. As a partner of a transgender person, I had to deal with my own feelings of confusion, anxiety, sadness, anger, guilt, jealousy, insecurity, or grief. I had to face my own biases, prejudices, stereotypes, or assumptions about gender and sexuality. I had to question my own identity and orientation as a non-transgender woman who was dating a transgender man. I had to cope with the changes in my partner's appearance and identity, and how they affected our relationship. I had to deal with the stigma and discrimination that we faced as a couple from society. I had to deal with the uncertainty and unpredictability of the future. I didn't have to deal with these emotions alone. I talked to my boyfriend about how I felt, and he listened to me without judgment or blame. He reassured me that he loved me, and that his transition didn't change that. He thanked me for supporting him, and acknowledged that it was hard for me too. He also encouraged me to seek support from others, who understood what I was going through. How our relationship grew stronger. Despite the challenges we faced during his transition, our relationship also grew stronger in many ways. We learned to communicate openly and honestly with each other. We learned to trust each other more. We learned to respect each other's boundaries and needs. We learned to compromise and negotiate when we disagreed. We learned to appreciate each other's strengths and weaknesses. We learned to have fun and laugh together. We also celebrated his milestones and achievements during his transition. We celebrated when he got his first hormone shot, when he saw his first facial hair grow, when he heard his voice deepen, when he passed as male in public for the first time. We celebrated when he had his top surgery, when he healed from his scars, when he felt comfortable in his own skin. We celebrated when he changed his name and gender marker on his documents, when he came out to everyone he knew, when he was accepted by his family and friends. We also faced the challenges of discrimination, stigma, and family acceptance together. We faced the stares, whispers, comments, questions, jokes, insults, threats, or violence from strangers who didn't understand or respect us. We faced the ignorance, misinformation, myths, stereotypes, or assumptions from people who didn't know better or didn't care to learn. We faced the rejection, disapproval, disappointment, shame, guilt, or grief from family members who didn't accept or support us. We faced these challenges together, by standing up for ourselves, by educating others, by finding allies, by seeking help, by staying safe, by being proud. I love my boyfriend for who he is. He is not just a transgender man. He is a man. He is a person. He is smart, funny, kind, handsome, passionate, caring, brave, strong, and amazing. He is my best friend, my partner, my lover, my soulmate. Our relationship is not defined by his transition. It is defined by our love. Our love is not based on gender or appearance. It is based on connection and compatibility and commitment and trust and respect and support and communication and affection and attraction and passion. We hope you found the information helpful. We know that being transgender can be a difficult journey, and we want to do our part to make it a little bit easier. If you found this video helpful, please consider subscribing to our channel. It would mean the world to us. You can also support our work by joining our membership. This will help us continue to create content that is helpful and supportive for the community. Thank you again for watching, and we hope to see you next time.